Alright guys, hey guys, it's your boy B-, and today I am doing part 2 of this collab that I'm doing with Gardie, aka Sam, aka the Lord Commander Jon Snow. Go ahead and say hi.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm actually dead.
It has been a rough week for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, I got stabbed like 5 times. Anyway, hey guys, Sam here.
Spoiler alert.
AKA
Welcome to the Game
GardieFIFA.
of Thrones podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are here to talk transfer and transfer rumors for our beloved Manchester United, and pretty much we're going to be going over the top names that have been featured in the newspapers, in the headlines, and we'll be giving our thoughts and chances that it will be happening. So to lead it off, let's go with a guy that we're probably going to go with 100% because he's pretty much confirmed, and that is Memphis Depay. Delay, I don't know however you're supposed to say his name, but quickly let's get him out of the way. How do you feel like Depay will do in his first season at Manchester United?
It depends if he's a starting player, but I do think Depay is going to take to the Premier League very well. He's just naturally got the flair, the speed, the skills. He wants to go at defenders, and I honestly think the defensive people in the Premier League, like most of the fullbacks, are going to be quite intimidated by Depay, because if they've seen what he can do, they should be scared. I think he's going to be incredible on that left wing if he plays there. Hopefully he does, and I'm really excited to see this guy in action.
Let's go ahead and get into the news. And first up on the list is a guy that we've been linked with for, I don't know, like 3 seasons now, and that would be Otamendi. And yeah, pretty much the same old. It's like, oh, he's coming, oh, he's not coming. Sam, what are your thoughts on the La Liga defender?
He is probably my favorite La Liga defender behind Diego Godin, from what I've seen, because I do watch La Liga every so often when it's on. He's just that big brute in defense. Like, he's huge, he's intimidating, he can absolutely stick a tackle in, he's got the pace to back up any mistakes he makes, sort of like Rio Ferdinand in that case, but he's also like Nemanja Vidic in the fact that he is just an absolute boss, an absolute unit, and I think if he did sign, he would just go straight in that defense and bring so much just solidity in that defense and just make it a bit more tight, a bit more compact, and hopefully improve our defensive season pretty much, because we've not had the best defensive season. As far as goals conceded, we did quite well, but obviously we do know how shaky we can be, and I think Otamendi will bring a bit more stability in the defense.
That really is like what we need is I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but a John Terry type, someone to shout at people and organize the defense. And now we're going to go ahead and playing a little bit of a game. We're going to go ahead and give our percentages and how we feel the chances are that we actually do land this player. Do you have your percentage written down?
I do.
1, 2, 3.
85%.
85. I put 50.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. You say why 85?
I don't actually know, to be honest.
This is a gut feeling.
I think Van Gaal knows he needs a centre back, and I think he knows he can't get the likes of Diego Godin. He knows he can't get Matt Hummels because he said he's staying, or he signed a new contract, or whatever happened there. Or did he say he wanted to leave? I don't even know. He said both. He's actually said both. So
let's be honest. A lot of people say a lot of things.
Exactly. Exactly. But for me, Otamendi, I think, would be the most obtainable out of the quality centre backs, because while Valencia is a solid side in the La Liga, if you're going to pick out of Valencia and Manchester United, I honestly do think that you have to pick Manchester United. Even if you're a South American and you speak Spanish and you're in Spain, he's got the likes of Marcos Rojo, Ander Herrera, Juan Mata, who all speak Spanish. If David de Gea stays, Victor Valdez. So we've got that Spanish core in there that all speak Spanish. You'll feel at home. For me, Marcos Rojo has to be his biggest incentive to move, because they're both Argentine. They're both centre-backs, and I'm pretty sure while they've been on international break, or if they speak privately, I'm sure Marcos Rojo said, hey dude, it's really good over here at Manchester United, you'll feel at home, and Louis van Gaal is a great manager, and that's what it comes down to. People will want to play for Louis van Gaal, and I think Louis van Gaal will want Otamendi to play for him.
Okay. pretty much my reasoning for giving it a 50% is that if we're gonna go in the past on these players that we've kind of tracked for a really long time, we've kind of heard those whispers about players like Ander Herrera and Luke Shaw from a year before we actually ended up purchasing them. Otamendi has been whispered for about 3 seasons now, and then come the end of the season, even before the end of the season, it was pretty much like a done deal. Same thing with Depay. You know, he has the record, you know, the history with Louis van Gaal. And it just seems the longer and longer that this takes, for me personally, I just feel that it should have been wrapped up by now. This seemed relatively good. I mean, the season's over, and the moves haven't really been going as quickly as I thought they would be going. So yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit less confident about this. If you had asked me about this like probably 2 weeks ago, I'd probably give you like an 80%. This year, our center forwards, our strikers really let us down. Louis van Gaal complained that we need a 20 goal a game. Yeah, we need 20 goals a game.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, 20 goals. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that. 20 goals a season type striker, and yeah, we were looking at a kid who scored 30 for Tottenham right here. A little bit of rumors for one, the only, the Lord Redeemer, Harry Kane. Your thoughts on Harry Kane, Jon Snow?
I think he is an incredible striker, but I do want to see him do it again in the Premier League. If I was him, first of all, if I was him, I'd stay with Tottenham. And I don't necessarily want to see him at Manchester United. I don't think he's our kind of player. He reminds me a lot of Wayne Rooney, and we've seen how Wayne Rooney can struggle in this sort of, I don't know, style that we play. We don't really involve the striker. The striker's not really the end game in Van Gaal. He does rely on his midfielders to score a lot of goals. We saw that with Fellaini, Mata, Herrera, all scoring a bunch of goals this season. Ashley Young as well got involved some of the time. So for me, I think we need a striker that has a bit more pace, that can split a defense, that can sort of drag a man with him and open up a bit of room for our midfielders. And although Harry Kane could do that job, I'm not sure that he is the top man to do that job. But he's English. You know, we do need to have a certain amount of English players, and we do have a history of signing players from Tottenham, so that's what it comes down to, really.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Personally, I love the kid. I think basically, unless you're an Arsenal fan, you love Harry Kane. And the story's been great, and I think everybody wants to see him do it for another season. I think he's not going to be a one-season wonder. The kid's got good instincts. The kid's got deceptively good pace, and the kid can definitely finish, and he just seems to pop up in all the right places at all the right times. But I'm with you. There's something about the magic of Harry Kane, about him being at Tottenham, that would kind of just be lost at Manchester United. And I can see if he has a bad game or two at Tottenham, which he did this season. I mean, you could just look at the game that he had up against Manchester United. There's not that much pressure on him. They just kind of see him as, he's one of our own, and they put faith behind him, and there's not as much pressure on him. He makes his big money move over to Manchester United, and I can see very easily that, okay, maybe he doesn't start off the season so hot, he doesn't score too many goals. There's going to be a lot more pressure on him. Let's go ahead and put up the percentages right here, and yeah, throw it up. What are you at?
15%.
15. I went W. I went 30%.
I don't think Harry Kane will want to leave Tottenham. I don't think his teammates will want him to leave Tottenham. I think he's got more brains, because he's seen what's happened with the likes of Andy Carroll, moved when he was a youngster. At Newcastle, had one great season, moved to Liverpool, didn't happen. I'm sure Harry Kane is a bit more sensible than that, and knows that he can't let this get to him just yet. He needs to do it again. And if he does do it again, I tell you what, he's going to be a hell of a striker. But right now, I think his safest bet is to stay in a team that he already knows how to score at and just do it all again next season. So for me, I honestly don't think he's moving to Manchester United.
That is a very, very good point. He's going to come to a team where he's going to have a lot more competition. And he might not even have a guaranteed spot starting up front if a healthy, fit RVP returns and he's actually decent. you know, then maybe he doesn't get to be in that first team striker. I totally agree with you. The only reason why I put mine up to 30, at first I was going to go like 10%, 15%, and then I thought about it a little bit more. And the thing is that we need, as LVG said, we need a 20-goal season striker, and they're like, who else is on the market like right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else could we really bring in that can realistically, that we can think that can be relied upon to score in this league? He is a proven commodity. Well, somewhat, one season. Somewhat. He looks like the real deal proven commodity, and he can score in this league. Okay, now this is not going to be a transferring in percentage, but this is going to be the big saga, the biggie right here, and that is David de Gea. So for this one, we're going to be changed out. We're going to go percentages that he is leaving. First and foremost, and let's go ahead, let's do the percentage right now, and then we can talk about why we feel that percentage.
Alright.
Present on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I put 0%.
I put 99.1%. Wait, to clarify, you think 0% that he leaves?
Yeah, 0% that he'll leave, yeah.
Okay.
Mark my words, he'll be at Manchester United next season. Mark my words.
Alright, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I got the inside scoop. I got the inside scoop. Nah, I don't even want to imagine him leaving. I've been a fan of De Gea since he first moved. Remember when he was like, a lot of people were giving him a lot of shit because he wasn't being consistent. And I honestly, I'm not saying this because he's a world-class goalkeeper now. I wouldn't do that sort of thing. If I said he was shit, then I would say it, like with Falcao. But with De Gea, honestly, I always thought he'd be something special. I honestly did, because he always had the reflexes and he always had the physical attributes. He just needed to work on commanding a defense and mentally just getting confident and consistent. And I always thought he had the capabilities, and honestly, he knows he's going to be loved at Manchester United. He knows he can be a legend. He can be a Schmeichel. He can be a Van der Sar. He can be that kind of goalkeeper at Manchester United. And I just hope that he stays here and builds a legacy, because he's seen how well loved goalkeepers can be. He's used to the Premier League now, and hopefully with a couple of good defensive signings, we can entice him to stay at Manchester United.
Yeah. I hear all these things. I was with you. He had a shaky first 2 seasons, but ever since that, he has pretty much just been gangbusters. He hit the weight room. He put on that weight. He actually comes to balls that are floating in the air now, and he's always had those reflexes. And he's got he's probably, I personally, a little bit biased, the best shot stopper in the world currently, one of the best shot stoppers that I've ever seen. And Manchester United are so lucky to grab him, especially after Van der Sar, because I remember for years after Schmeichel, it just took forever to find, you know, a good goalie. And if he does leave, I think it's very likely that we might be spinning into that circle again of trying to find that world-class keeper. And it's a legitimate concern that if he does lead the team, that we fall out of the top 4. I'm sorry for being cynical, but he won games for us. He kept us in games this year, and he was that crucial to us getting the top 4. I would honestly say that if he wasn't in the squad this year, we probably don't make top 4. Yeah, but I can see it from his perspective, and the reason why I put 99.1% is that if he honestly was going to say, he would have probably come out and say it already. And I feel like this silence is a little bit damning, and you gotta look at it from his perspective. He was born in Madrid. He's got his girlfriend in Madrid. He can be a hero that challenges for Champions League, and he's already won, you know, the Premiership title here at Manchester United. He's brought this team a long way, but I think he can still see, if we're all honest with ourselves, that, you know, maybe we make another push for next year to win the title if the stars lined. I can see that, but I don't see us making a realistic push to win Champions League next year. And if he does move to Real Madrid, he has a legit chance to also become a legend of that team, and also a legend in his home country and his hometown. So that is very, very hard. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap up this transfer news show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do, go ahead and smash that like button, and remember to go ahead and check out part 1 of this. We had a really fun time over on Gardie's channel, and if you guys do like this, go ahead and tell us in the comments maybe future transfer news. As the summer goes along, we will go ahead and be doing more of these as the news kind of trickles in. So yeah, that is pretty much from me, B-. Sam, do you want to sign off here?
Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, check out my video. We did a really fun rating on the transfers that we made. And yeah, any people that are from me coming to this channel, I hope you enjoy what you're seeing on this channel. It's a brilliant channel. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to B- if you're one of my subs.
Too kind, Jon Snow. You're too kind. And with that, our watch ends.